Most decluttering actually makes your style worse. The stuff you're told to toss isn't the problem. An honest edit that fixes it won't cost you a thing. Step 1. Ghost pieces. Ghost pieces are the pieces that are dead now, but are still hanging there. They had their moment, they made sense for a version of your life, and now they are still sitting in the wardrobe long after that chapter has ended. They make the wardrobe feel slightly stale and much less clear than it should. You open the rail and instead of seeing yourself properly, you are still looking at old decisions, old moods, and old identities. And sometimes it is a piece from an old job or from a phase when you were dressing for a different life. And sometimes it's just something that used to feel like you and simply does not anymore. And that is all a ghost piece. So step 1 is simply to find and remove the ghost pieces. The easiest way to go and find them is to ask yourself those 2 questions. Question 1, does this belong to the life I live now? And question 2, if I saw this in a shop today, would I buy it? If the answers are no, it's a ghost piece, take it out, it is done. Hi, I'm Bridget Fischer, and after a decade running vintage shops, I know exactly how the fashion industry traps women in trends, status, and shopping pressure. Now I cut through the noise with German honesty. Welcome to the Aura Club. Step 2, guilt pieces. Guilt pieces are the clothes that stayed because too much money was spent or too much meaning got attached, and now the item sits in the wardrobe carrying all of that with it. You can feel it straight away with these pieces. There is a heaviness around them. They come with pressure. A woman sees them and immediately remembers the cost, the mood she was in, or the version of herself who wanted the purchase to do more than a piece of clothing ever could. And that is why they are so draining. I think a lot of women keep these pieces out of self-punishment without fully realizing it, as if holding onto them proves the money was not wasted. But it does not work like that. The money is already gone, and style gets so much easier once those pieces leave too, because the wardrobe starts feeling calmer and much more self-respecting. So step 2 is to identify the guilt pieces and let them go. Ask yourself 2 questions. Question 1, when I look at this, do I feel pressure? And question 2, am I keeping this because I feel bad about the money? If the answers points toward guilt, it's a guilt piece and you can remove it. The lesson stays, but the item really can go. By the way, if you want more style autonomy and less influence from shopping culture, the status game, and all the pointless fashion noise, come join me in the secret Aura Club. Every Monday you can share one thing you're thinking about buying, and I will give you my honest opinion before you do, so you can avoid shopping regret and make better decisions. And beyond that, it's just a really good space for honest style conversations with other women who want less noise and more clarity. I'd love to have you in there. The link is below. Step 3, waiting room clothes. Waiting room clothes are the things you keep on standby for a future self. Like the jeans for when your body changes, the piece that might make sense one day, just not yet. Most women have them and they are very easy to justify because they sound sensible. But they change the feeling of the wardrobe. You open the rail and some of what you see is not really there for you now. It's there for a version of you that has not arrived, and after a while that starts to affect the whole space. The wardrobe stops feeling fully supportive. It feels like it's waiting, and I do not think that is a small thing. Getting dressed is easier when the wardrobe is rooted in your real life and fully available to the woman standing in front of it. So step 3 is to find the waiting room clothes and take them out of active use. So ask yourself 2 questions. Question 1, who is this really for? And question 2, if nothing changed for the next 6 months, would I still want this taking up space in my wardrobe today? If the answer is no, it's a waiting room piece and it can go. Step 4, identity clutter. Identity clutter is when your wardrobe is trying to be too many things at once. A bit polished here, a bit relaxed there, something trend-led, something classic, and after a while the whole thing starts to feel confused. The wardrobe is giving you too many signals at once, and that makes style feel less settled than it should. And this is where the 2-question style test helps. It gives you a clear sense of your own style language, so you can see what actually belongs and what is just interrupting your style. So step 4 is to take my style test and find your style territory. Ask yourself the 2 questions from the test. When shopping, do you naturally look for casual or impact? And does your style inspiration come from classics or trends? And those answers will show you your territory. It really is that simple. And once you know that, identity clutter gets much easier to spot. If a piece does not fit the style language of your territory, take it out of the active wardrobe and store it for 6 weeks. I say store it instead of declutter it because this step needs a little distance. Some of these pieces are not obvious mistakes. They just confuse the lines, so take them out of sight and let the wardrobe breathe without them for a bit and see how it goes. And the Aura Club exists to help you build real style autonomy. If you're just starting out, the core style system is where you begin. It gives you a full wardrobe framework and helps you define your style. And once that foundation is in place, Style After 40 helps you unlearn the outdated rules and shop with more clarity. And if you want my eyes directly on your closet, the Aura Audit is the most personal option I offer. Everything is linked below. Step 5, week standards. Week standards are how the clutter comes back. A woman can do a very good clear out, feel the wardrobe getting lighter and feel her style becoming clearer, and then quietly undo all of it by letting the same kind of pieces back in. And that is usually where the problem sits. You need something between you and the purchase. Something that slows the moment down and brings you back to your own standards. And that is what the basic power system is for. It gives you a simple set of questions to run through before you buy anything new. And the first 5 questions are about style. So you can see whether the piece actually fits your territory and belongs in the wardrobe you are building. And then there are 5 practicality questions that stay the same for everyone because they cover quality, maintenance, comfort, wearability, and whether the piece really works in your life. And that is what keeps a wardrobe clean. You're no longer buying because something is tempting in the moment or pushed well online. You're buying because it belongs. So step 5 is to start using basic power before you buy. I've made it a free download for you, and it's there to help you decide whether to buy, wait or leave it. And if you want it, the link is below. And if you want to understand why status signaling is low status and why the whole performance feels so weak now, I break it all down in this video here. And always remember, confidence looks good on you.